Hi everyone. Let's spend some time talking about week 5. Many of our learning outcomes will look very similar each week because they just run through the thread of the whole course, basically engaging with nonfiction text and the strategies that we use to do so. Here are our assignments. You'll be reading chapter 3 in our text, and we'll be learning more about during the reading strategies in your flip chart. And if you look at the candidate guide, you'll also find that they're separated like that in the candidate guide of the syllabus as well. So you're going to be posting in the discussion forum, and you're going to be doing your annotated bibliography assignment, which is one of your big assignments for this course. Here's the foreign rubric that I have there every week for you. Here are the directions for the annotated bibliography. Okay. All right. So you're going to be using standards themes, which are the same, can be the same thing. In K-3, you're going to see standards, and you see more themes or topic as we get up there more in the grade levels. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be using those standards and or content statements from your content area to develop an annotated bibliography of 15 books of varying levels. And these can be books that you would have the students read or that you would use as a read aloud. And it needs to be for social studies, science, and math. I'll show you when we flip back over to week 5 on Moodle that I've listed for you quite a few sites that you can use to find books for these content areas. So you read as many of them as you possibly can. And then you must read, you must write at least 3 to 5 sentences telling about the book if you read the book, and an additional few sentences just with your response about the book. Whether you think it'll have potential appeal suitable for the students and classroom uses. If you didn't read the book, then you need to give credit for the source of the annotation, and this needs to be APA style. The bibliography needs to have separate sections for each content area, and within each content area, or section, the books need to be in alphabetical order by the author's last name. And there's a template for this as well. Here's an example. We started out with Burton first, and we're looking at social studies things here. Okay, so here's some books. I'm not going to open up each one of these slots, but here are some books for math, other math books, science, social studies, and you don't have to limit it in any way, shape, or means for these books or for these sites that I've listed for you. These are just a resource in case you need them. Here's the rubric for annotated bibliography. As always, we want to look over to the excellence section. So you have to list the standard theme, indicator, or content statement for each book. And you need to make sure that all of the areas are covered in that. The appropriate number of books. You must have 15 or more to get the greatest amount of points. Did you read at least 3 books? And that's worth 10 points. And then for the top on the books appropriate, it says 95% to 100% of the books listed are appropriate to the standard/discipline with which they're listed. The bibliographic information. Have you completed everything appropriately in APA style? And the key word there is APA style. Whether you have accurate alphabetical order by the author, whether you have a minimum of 3 annotations for all entries. It's just not, I read this book or I didn't read this book, but actually you're discussing it in the information that you were given. Source for annotation, either yourself if you read it or the other source for the other annotations. Are all the books listed at a level appropriate for a 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade student? And you have 2 or less errors in mechanics such as spelling, usage, and so on. Now, what these come out into 100 points, but your total points that you are going to see will actually be converted into 50 points. Here's an example. This was at the bottom of the other form we went over. And this is just a handout about how that types of context clues can help gain meaning. And here are your assignment links. Week 5 forum. You discuss your reading strategy. Let's go ahead and open that up. You're going to choose one of the reading strategies we learned about this week and explain the strategy, how you'd use it in your certification area. And this is the dates on this are the same for all of the forums. And finally, your slot for your annotative bibliography, which is due on Friday. And we have already went through that. So that's it for week 5. And I look forward to taking any questions or concerns that you have or any further explanation to help you to navigate through week 5. Just don't hesitate to let me know.